Boom, boom. This is Kenner. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, happy 4th of July to those of you in the States. Uh, been quite active here over the weekend. A lot of fireworks and whatnot going on, and there's going to be a bunch more tonight. So, everybody getting their pyrotechnique fix in. So, if you do hear anything in the background, include pops, whizzes, and bangs, it is most likely just someone here in the division where I live, just popping off some fireworks at their leisure. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today. Um, got the Giant Dragon Jinyu cleared yesterday. That event is gone. So if you look at the screen, you would think that other than Zuking's Concert, which we always get at the beginning of each week, we would have nothing. But we actually do have one of our favorite events up again, and that is the event to get us some Spirit Source. That's right. So we have a huge sale going on here. I've already purchased a lot of this stuff. So I got the actual Spirit Source, of course. I do have 100 of those now, so I should be able to do another piece of SS Plus for IN. So we'll go ahead and do that afterwards here. About that, you want to get the wings, of course, because that's the best in terms of extended bow. So yeah, we got looking pretty good. So I purchased all this stuff. It's all stuff that's useful. Basically it's just a soul boat event, and that's the only thing that's up at the particular time in terms of special events. They did combine it a little bit. Um, uh, with the Super Bundy, of course, which you should be claiming because that's just for your stuff in work. So everything else, it's just the standard thing, and I'm glad that they have this. They're having it very frequently. It enables you to get increase. So we're at 1,097. So I assume we're going to crack 1,100 here on this. There's also some the weekly bag is up as well. I wanted to check something for that to see if I actually needed to do that. So it's under the divine tool here. Do I need to? Yes, I do have. I need that 130 for that, and they also had the Sea God's Trident in there. That's maxed out, but I can use it for that. So that was another thing that was being offered inside of the weekly gift bag. Was this right here, which was the divine tool. Okay, this is maxed, but this is not maxed. I do need that. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that twice as well. Okay, so you should have purchased the free one, which was this one, and then this one. They got the Immortal Herb up here. These are the ones that allow you to start up your Immortal Herbs. So this is something I'm running exceedingly low at this point, so I'm going to wait for those. It just opened up, so you've got 6 days to make a decision as to whether or not you want to proceed with that. So let's go ahead and open up that that chest. That's not quite where I was looking for. I was hoping to get 130 for that, because that's not going to give me enough to actually upgrade it, but it is close enough. I'll be able to get another 10 here sometime in the near future, hopefully. Although they don't do divine tools very often. The events for those are very, very, very rare. So could be a while before I actually get enough shards to actually take that up another star, but we'll look at it. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we're 190. So let's go ahead and take a look at the soul bones. So I've got all the soul bones up. We're still working on again. This should be the third piece, I believe. Yeah, so this is the piece will be the third piece. So I should have about 100. Yep. So 100. I need 90. So let's see how far. So 1,000. This should take us up to 11. Yep. 11. Yep. 1109. So we're at 1109 million right now, which is excellent. So set activation there. So we're going to get a 3-piece now. So we've got the plus 30, 25% on the damage reduction. So that's good in terms of that. As you can see, we're just bringing them up. So like I say, that's the biggest way to get your biggest jump right there. So now we're up at 1109. So other than that, there's nothing going on. I would assume that in the Next event will most likely be an announcement for who the new character is going to be, and we'll also get to see who get those shards for the new character. Yeah, they still haven't announced it yet. They still just got Rakash up there. So, but that's the event we're looking for. That it should happen any time now. It could be, it could be tomorrow, the next day. Not sure when it's going to happen. Everything's at base right now except for that Soulbone event, which is inside of the time limited events. So everything else is back to basic set. So the next event, that they should come up with would most likely be that. It'll probably, because of the fact they might not wait until this clears out at a 3-day event, because they really don't have anything else going on. Because normally they could have a time limited event as well as a special event running at the same time. So it's not like something that they haven't done before. So we could possibly see that happening as well within the next day or two. We'll take a look and see. It'll be useful. I want to get Rakasha because I've got all the stuff for her set up. I've got all the mats, all of the shards needed to pretty much max her out, all the way up to +2, maybe even +3. It depends on what levels. Like I said, we're gated with our Soulbone levels. There's still certain levels that you have to be before you can finish completion in the Soulbone. For instance, here, I can take this up, but I can't take this up. Okay, because I'm not at 96 yet. No, can't do that. I'm not at 95 yet. That's already 3. So I can't do a full breakthrough on him because until I'm level 95. So, the same thing is probably going to happen with Rakasha Bibi Dong. There's probably going to be some of her sets, pieces here that require level 95. So I won't be able to max her to +3, but I got enough. I got the mats to take her to +2. And I'm pretty sure I have the mats to take her to +3 if I had the actual level to do it. But we'll have to see because it's going to be probably another week before I get to level 95. Then at level 95, I think I'll be able to start taking people up to +3 and start doing the breakthroughs for that, which should be a pretty good jump in BP as well. But like I said, we're level, we're gated, so there's certain things we can't do at this particular time. But that allows you to focus on all 4 of your team while somebody's on hold because you can't break through them. You can work on the others and to break through that. I'm being a little bit stingy on the mats for my attackers because Bibi Dong is an attacker. So I want to get her up first before I start looking into the mats to take others to +3 because she's supposed to be exceedingly good in terms of damage and survivability. Sea God, Bo's good. She's a good character, but the problem with Bo is she's an AoE attacker. Okay, that presents a problem in the fact, while that's nice at the beginning when there's multiple enemies on the screen, when there's not multiple enemies on the screen, she's still AoE in the screen, so it's not very useful. It's useful in things such as it's exceedingly useful inside of the Soul Ascension platform. So I'll probably, whenever I do the Soul Ascension platform, I'll probably might favor her over somebody else. But in the others, it's really not that useful. It's not really useful against the Treant either. It's not really that useful against the Sect boss either because that's just one unit. So her capability, she's not a boss character. Okay, she's what we call a scrub character. She's designed to take out multiple enemies, but once those multiple enemies are gone, she does not have a single attack that she can utilize. So that's where I think we're going to get a lot more usefulness out of Bibi Dong because Bibi Dong has the ability to do single attack, as well as debuff, clearing, and applying. So she's going to be exceedingly useful. I think she's going to be a perfect entrance to the team. So we'll probably be moving her into in place of Sea God, and we're moving Sea God back to the second team. She'll be, of course, the primary attacker on the second team. my second team is probably I'm just going to stack with 3 attackers. I'm not going to, Oscar. I'm not going to bring Oscar up because Wrong is going to be coming out. So we're going to have an SS plus healer. So there's no use wasting the mats on Oscar. It would be really wasteful. You can of course regenerate, but I don't want to regenerate Oscar. I do want to keep Oscar. I might actually regenerate Oscar in the future, but for right now, just I'll have S Chen, SS Chen, SS Tang San. Uh, these two will be attackers, and I'll have I'll put Tien as the tank, and then I'll just have Bo as a third attacker. I won't have a healer, and the second team I'll just go straight for damage. Okay, there's no use at this point because Oscar's useful, but we're going to have Wrong here shortly, so there's really no use focusing on him. Iyen's the best healer in the game right now, the SS Iyen, and I assume that based on what you get offered from Wrong, she's going to be the best, not only in terms of healing, but she's also going to have more support. Iyen has very little support; she just does a ton of healing, and her support's limited. I got to see; we're going to see a lot of support. With Wrong SS plus, so definitely going to be something to look for. We're not sure if she's going to be next or not. Like I say, whenever they do announce the next event, they'll give us the shards to complete BB Dong, but they'll also see who the next one is. The 3 that they've got a Wrong SS plus out there. They've got a Tang San SS plus, and they've got a Wu SS plus. It's most likely going to be Wu. Okay. Simply because of the fact that we really haven't seen much Wu, to be quite honest. We haven't seen much of Wrong either, but we've already got an SS Tang San, so I doubt very seriously if they're going to introduce the SS plus Tang San at this moment. My assume is they'll do him third. Okay, so it's either going to be Wu or Wrong next, most likely. I could be wrong, and they could just completely throw that and just do Tang San, leaving us an SS, and an SS plus of Tang San, which is slightly overkill. But we'll have to wait and see what determination they're going to make, and it's going to happen any day. It's probably going to happen. If it doesn't happen, today or tomorrow, it will most likely be the event that they come up with, and it will be named after that character. Okay, the first event for the new character will be named after that character. You'll be able to get shards for that character, and there'll be a chest inside of the Soulmaster Sale, which will have 20 shards in it, and that chest will contain all of the shards for all the previous SS Plus characters. You simply choose Rakasha BB Dong, so that'll give you the final shards for her, and then you'll be able to complete her, summon her, and build her up. And that's we're just waiting for it. It's open. They always have time limited events, and then they always have something else running as a third event. So it could pop up at any time. They could wait until the time limited event clears, but I seriously doubt it. So I would expect this to enter either tomorrow or the next day. But we'll have to see. And of course, we'll do a video when that does happen. But at the time being, we're at 11:09, so there's not much going on. Just focusing on leveling things up, upgrading the soul bones, enhancing the levels, which is basically what you do. I focus a little bit the last couple days on my wings to get those Sea God sets up, and also a little bit on my mortal herbs. I'm trying to find the actual item for the immortal herbs. I have not been able to find the item for those yet. The item that I'm looking for is to begin to taking my immortal herbs up to SS plus, and to do that, you have to actually get these right here. Okay, so they haven't released them yet. So I'm waiting for those to come up, but that's going to be the ability to take your soul bones or your immortal herbs to SS plus. So similar to soul bones, where you have an S, and that's as far as you can take it. You have to get the spirit source to take it to SS plus. In this case, it's going to be to inspire. You're going to need these little immortal herb essences but they haven't released them yet. So we're waiting for that, and that'll allow you to take your Immortal Herbs from S to SS Plus. So I'm just waiting to do that because I pretty much got my whole team set up on S's right now. Yeah, I've got everybody set at S. It's really difficult to get the S's. You have to actually get the chest, the special chest that they have to really get it because A plus is what you're A plus is A's and A pluses is what you're normally going to get, and they sell A plus chests as well too. But every now and then they'll have a little S chest for sale, and you maybe get like one. Okay, special events sometimes you can get five. Okay, and then that's the way you get the S's because you don't really get that much from the chest. They do have the chest, the Immortal Herb chest here. I think I've only hit it like once, so I saved this up so that I can do the event, and they do have an event up, so I will be pulling on that chest uh, for that. So where is it at? When they have those events popping up, that's what you want to hit, and that's what you want to do, and utilize that on that. So I'm just waiting for it to pop up because you want to do it 100, you want to do it 10 times. I think they do sometimes go a little bit higher, but I want to make sure that I do have enough to do it. Right now they got the Soulbone chest up. Unfortunately, the Soulbone chest is only purchasable through diamonds, and as you can see, I'm really low on diamonds. So I'm going to hold off on that for a little while. And I won't partake on it this time, even though if you do all the pools, you can get some more of the Spirit Source. But my diamonds are really low. And the event's going to be coming out for BB Donk, so I'm going to need at least between 3 to 5,000, depending on what they have for the actual thing. So I'm just going to hold off on that. And I want to look at the Myrtle Orb Essence inside of the weekly. So I'm just going to be a little bit thing on my diamonds. I've of course built them back up. I mean, I've dropped down to 5 to 6,000 diamonds before, and a week later I'm back up to 20,000. So you can get diamonds as long as you play the game. Each day you're going to get like 1,000 just for logging on and taking up your mail from your rewards from the previous days and your rankings. So as long as you keep your rankings up, you shouldn't have much of a problem, and it's easy to keep your rankings up. I'm Soto Arena. I'm like rank 18. Arenas at 71. Battle cuts. I need to take a look at these two. It's been several days since I've just been sweeping them right now, but I need to go ahead and reassert my level back up. I need to get within below 100, and I want to get back close to 50 with this. But I've just been sweeping through for the most part, keeping it up. But a lot of that stuff I want to get BB Dong because I know BB Dong I'm going to be able to really jump up in terms of not only BP, but I'm going to be able to increase my ranks. Okay, Bo she's a good character, but in terms of what you need, she's actually Asura Tang Chen is better. Okay, because he's an attacker and he goes at attack and he can attack single characters. And it makes him more useful in terms of damage output. Sea God has massive amount of damage at the beginning, but once all of the characters go, she needs to be able to revert to a single attack, and she doesn't have that. So that makes her a little bit difficult, and that's why you probably see. So I probably Tang Chen would have probably been between the two. I would have went with him. Okay, so in hindsight, of course, I didn't know that right now. I went with her to go with him because I needed something I wanted a little bit of AOE. I didn't particularly want to have two single attackers simply because the fact that AOE is important, but it's really only useful inside of here. This is really the because she keeps spawning the spiders. So there's pretty much the whole screen's got spiders on it. So she's excellent for that. But in terms of the tree and in terms of the Sekbot, it's only that. Okay, so when she needs a powerful single attack, and she really doesn't have that. Just the base attack that she does. So we'll have to, that's why I'm thinking a Asura Tang Chen probably would have been better in terms of PvP, and most likely better in terms of any single boss. So Berkasha BB Dong is supposed to be awesome for those. The people I've talked to said that she is awesome inside of the Treant. She's awesome inside of Sex Boss. She said that you'll see quite a large increase in your damage output. So that's what I'm banking on. So she's definitely going to be taking her to max. And I'll probably make a decision as to whether or not I want to, what I want to do with Bo in terms of that. Would it be better to just, regenerate her back and throw those mats into a Sartang Chen? I don't know. At this point, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to keep her at full. I will be taking the Soulbone set that I have on her that's maxed out, and I'll be putting that on BB Dong because she's going to be assuming the actual primary attacker along with Clear Sky on my main team. But I'll videos when we do the video for that. I'll show you the whole video. It'll be a long video, but we'll max her up. We'll see how many shards it takes. We'll do all of her enhancements, and we'll do equipment setup. And I've got Spirit Essence saved up, so I could take her a skill up. So everything's going to be, I've got enough to do pretty much everything. I've been planning ahead, which is why I've sort of haven't been climbing very fast in my BP. But yeah, once I've maxed her out, this is going to increase quite a large increase. But it'll all happen at once because that's what we'll do it at once. So we'll just have to wait until it comes out. But until then, go ahead and take this time limit event. Make sure you do get the Spirit Source. That's the best way to get it. And make sure that you do participate in the actual Soul Bone and Extended Bone Chest if you do have the actual diamonds for that. And this is always stuff that you want to look at and purchase as well. But like I say, I'm going to have to wait and see exactly where I'm at in terms of how many diamonds I'm going to have. Hopefully they will bring the event for Rakasha out before this closes so that I know how many, that way I can purchase up what I need inside of that event and then make a determination as to what I can use in this event because I really don't need Doomstones. As you can see, I've got 100 Doomstones. Okay, and it only takes like a handful of these to do a complete breakthrough on those, so it's not like I'm running really low. I've got 488 of them right now, so that's not that big of a deal. I've also got enough for a full set of these, so it's not really necessary to purchase that. And these, I don't really much do with those. You can get those inside of the shop if you need them. But I definitely want to get the Spirit Source. You definitely want to get the Time Essence. And you definitely want to get the wings because the only way to get these is through the chest. So, as obvious as I've said before, if you want to know what's best, it's the stuff that's difficult to get and is only available during the events. All right, so that's all I got for today. So, again, thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to like and share as that helps the channel immensely. And we'll be coming out with the video here in another couple days once we see the new character and whatever it is. All right, so again, thanks all for watching. This is Kenrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.